Shalom Storm Watchers. So today, this video is very, very interesting. This will be my first time starting this Mom of 12 Tales. So in this series or journey, I will be sharing my experiences either for the day or, encounters with my children, of course, and just how a mom of 12 views life today, and how I deal with things and my trials and tribulations. I feel like I need to be a little bit more transparent and open because I feel like sometimes, people call me Superwoman and all of these things, and I know it's from the kindness of, everyone's heart. But I do want to show a side of, I struggle with making choices. I struggle with certain things. And again, just be a little bit more transparent and also an avenue to answer a lot of you guys' questions on how it is raising 12 children. So along with this video, I'll also be going live on my other platforms, TikTok and Instagram. I just want to do it this one time because I want to, share with my other platforms, what I'm doing, what I'm going to start doing, and, to bring more people in and give them an awareness of what I'm doing now so they can join, and have a place where they can ask me questions and stuff like that. So I'll be going live. I'll be answering questions along, sharing with you guys bullets. I have a whole thing written down. Now, I know some YouTubers use phones, but I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be there because I kind of like tangible things. I like writing down things like that. That's just how I do it. I feel most comfortable doing that. So I wrote down, things I wanted to discuss and talk about, let things off my chest. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of things I'm addressing, and I'll be also going live on Instagram and TikTok. So my children are here, the babies and the nanny. So you may hear, stuff in the back. But yeah, it's real life. So let's get into it. Okay. So I'm at a place right now where I know being transparent is very beneficial. Yes, beneficial to others, but more importantly, beneficial to me. And I say that because I feel like in this world today, we have to learn how to elevate. Elevate in all areas. Elevate emotionally, elevate mentally, spiritually. We have to elevate, because if not, then you'll get left behind. You'll be stuck in a rut and stuff like that. So I feel like, for me personally, because everybody have different areas where they need to elevate. But for me, I feel like, transparency and, allowing people in certain areas of my life is for me to be able to build. So with that being said, I decided to do this, series or thing, that I'm doing on YouTube, which is Mom of 12 Tales. And in that, I'm going to be venting. So you may see me cry over things as I'm dealing with the at the moment, trying to figure out things and, just being very, very transparent. And again, I say it's for me, and I pray it do help others. But I'm doing it for me, for my self-worth and, to encourage myself, and also to let other people know that just because I have 12 children and I'm in the Word and I study and I choose to do certain things or whatever, I go through too. You know what I'm saying? I also want to, help people out, let people know, pray for your friends or family members that you deem strong. Like if you feel like they're really, really strong and they're, special to you, they're strong, they go through things, but they, always see the brighter side of things, pray for them and often ask about them. I don't think we, tend to our strong people, our strong family members or people that we deem strong or see strong or perceive that they're strong, we don't check up on them. And I feel like that is so needed nowadays. I feel like, people that seem strong are overlooked. You know what I mean? They don't get attention, because, and then they thought of last because they're necessarily, give advice and pray for them or encourage them. So I just wanted to, get that out. So the ones that's on Instagram and also on TikTok, y'all can ask questions during this time, and I'll answer it as well. But the first thing I want to address is, I don't know, I guess I'll open this up because this is actually what made me want to start this series, because many of you guys know that I'm, kind of known on TikTok or whatever, and to God be all the glory. But a lot of the people on TikTok, they ask me a lot of questions, and I started answering them, started doing it. I'm kind of against some of the, things that they ask, but I'm like, you know what, why not? So I recently, I believe it was yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I posted something on TikTok. And so the question was, who share rooms, and I want to see who room, how their rooms look. So I'm like, you know what? For those that know me, I'm extra. In previous houses, the decor of the rooms was on point. I did an accent wall. I'm very into interior design. So if you didn't know that, now you know that. Now, with that being said, when we moved into this house, I said, you know what? I'm always doing extra for the kids, and then I always do myself last. The last house that I lived in Virginia, I did all of the kids' room. I did the living room, the bathrooms, and I never got to my room. Like, I never was able to get to my room. I didn't do it at all the time that I lived there. So I said, you know what, this time I'm going to do, my room first. And I did. So my room is not even completed, but I did my room first. And I, little by little doing the children's room. So with that being said, the kids' rooms are not fully decorated, but it's getting there. But the girls' room was clean, so I said, you know what? Let's take advantage of this. Let's do, let's give them what they want, and TikTok what they want. They wanted to know who shared room and how the room looks. So I chose to do JoJo and Love, and if y'all can go out there on TikTok, Miss Storm 11 on TikTok, you will see Love and Josiah presenting their rooms. Usually parents would do like a voiceover and then show it, but I had them do it. You know what I mean? I had them show it around. So they was really involved with showing their rooms. So I, edited it and I posted it on TikTok. So I want to say maybe the same day I got, I got like a few like negative comments. And let me explain something. Me having 12 children, simply having 12 children, I get a lot of negative comments. At this point, it doesn't bother me anymore. In the beginning, it did, because it's like, dang, I'm busting my behind, taking care of these children. I don't ask nobody for nothing, my husband and myself. We work hard to raise our children, and we work even harder making sure we attend to all of them. So I know everyone gonna have, opinions and, their own viewpoints, especially when they don't know you personally. They have like doubts and negative things like, oh, they all, are not being attended to. They think the older ones are just simply raising the younger ones, you know what I mean? Instead of simply just asking. So my first point would be, if y'all are curious about things, y'all should just ask the question instead of giving comments or giving advice or saying things like, oh, I bet this and that, because you can be whole wrong. It could be an opportunity to actually learn something. So with that being said, and then mind you, I know there's people that don't want to learn. So I'm not saying that everyone should be the same or everyone is the same, but I just wanted to express that point. So with that being said, I got negative comments or whatever, and such as, oh, the girls are cute, but the room wasn't, extravagant, or it wasn't that special. Now, I made a recent post on TikTok, explaining why we did it, and I came at one of the comments. Now, that was the third comment. So the first one, I didn't say anything. The second one, I really didn't say much or whatever. But when it got to the third one, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to continue to allow this type of negativity or comment to go, underneath this post. And granted, after I said what I said and I did that, there was no more negative comments. And thank God. Even if it was, it wasn't the point. It was to make a point. I'm satisfied, I move on. So with that being said, I got comments like on the new one, an explanation won't satisfy these people. Blinders are necessary. And I get what you're saying, and I agree. But there's gonna come a time when you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to be stern and solid. You know what I'm saying? You can't just allow people to say what they want to you, and after a while it gets to you. And I'm being transparent. You cannot tell me that you're gonna be a public figure and then see these comments or hear comments and not address not one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I do ignore most of them, but certain comments I'm gonna address. I have a lot of content on my TikTok where people have said negative things and I didn't say anything, but there have been some. Well, this will be the second time I actually addressed something. But other than that, anything else, it doesn't bother me. But when I feel like somebody needs to be clarified or that it was beneficial for somebody else, that's when I do it. And, at this point, it was like, okay, y'all reading or looking at this video in its, and not in its proper, tone. And the reason for it was what I explained. So the next comment was, don't let people you don't know bring you down. What that person said, or those 3 people, didn't bring me down. To be honest, I have 12 children and a husband. I don't have time to let other people outside my household to bring me down. Again, it was just to clarify the video. And then the third one was, stop elevating racist hypocrites and judgmental clowns. Now, I don't understand why this person commented that. Again, and I do take it like she's trying to help me, but at the same time, let's stay on, let's stay on the lines of what's going on. When I looked at the comment and the person that made that comment, there's no picture, nor do you see any content. So I don't understand how that person got racist or hypocrites and judgmental clowns. Like, I don't understand how that person got that. Honestly, I feel like maybe that person that commented that, the racist thing, I feel like they're going through something. And so I just pray God, deals with you with that. But that wasn't the case. It could have been a black person. You don't know because there's no picture nor any, video. She just assumed. So I don't think we should do that. The energy you're giving, you making up stuff and then making more issues. There's already issues in this world. You don't have to make up issues. So I just wanted to address those 3 things and then clarify that. I have something here that says, I don't understand why are the haters. Why do people want to be hating? I know why. When people aren't happy with their own lives and they don't take risks and they don't do things that satisfy them or have fulfillment, they prey on others that, that do take an opportunity to go out there and do what they want to do and do what they love and have a drive. So that's the reason why they hate, At the end of the day, it's just whoever's being hated on, allow most things to go down your back. If you feel the need to address it and move on. If they don't like someone's platform, why view it? You're still going to be successful regardless. Exactly. And I feel like that's the reason why you just keep going. I remember my sister, and she's up here. She was like, you sure you wanna be a public figure? Because it comes with so many negative comments, people be in your life. And it's funny, she said that, and nonetheless, I've been asked to do this for a very long time. And my husband's been, telling me that I should. And I'm like, no, because I'm no longer, but I was sensitive to what people had to say. But at the same time, what does that say about me? I'm not sure. I'm not strong. I'm not who God called me to be. Why should the negativity of others, why should I let that affect me and stagnate me not to shine bright? So with that being said, I took into consideration what she said, and I actually shared with her like, I thought about that, but at the same time, I can, hold back my destiny or my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So they in your business. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, they all in the business, girl. But it's cool. Like I said, it comes with the territory. But also, it for me, I feel like it brings opportunity for discussion. It brings opportunity, for growth within myself. And if others want, it can bring opportunity for other people to elevate. Now that's on you. Where are y'all located? California. If they want to bring negative energy, then they can keep strolling. And that's on period. I appreciate you guys' support. So that was one of the things I wanted to address. I felt like that was very important. You could kind of say that's like a vent. I definitely wanted to vent because I was like, I don't understand. You see two little girls just showing their rooms. So, and to be honest, their rooms is pretty nice. Yes, it's plain because it has no pictures. You know what I'm saying? It has one lamp and whatever, but they have what they need. But I want to share something about that. Hey, Storm. Hi, beautiful. I want to share something. What's interesting is you see two children, ecstatic and happy that they have a room to sleep in, bed to sleep in, quilts, clothes, right? And it makes me think, why are children now so ungrateful? You have children that are ungrateful, that think that they're supposed to have stuff or deserve things, and then we talk about them. And then when the ones that are grateful with what they have, now it's, but it's not all of that. I'm just grateful that I'm raising my children to be grateful for what they have. Y'all don't know, our story, which is why we're doing this, so that you can understand. When we first came, we live in California. That's the answer, most of you guys' question. But when we moved to California, we're originally from Brooklyn, New York. We moved to Virginia, my husband and myself and my children to Virginia. We lived in Virginia for 8 years. After that, we moved to California. We've been in California almost 3 years now. With that being said, when we moved to California, we didn't have a place to stay at all. It was times when we slept in our car because we didn't have any place to stay. And we slept at hotels. So we're all, at that time, I only had 11 children, sleeping in one room. You know what I mean? Sleeping on floors. And then we ended up, moving into a shelter. We stood, I think, in a shelter for maybe like 2 months. And in the shelter, we were sharing, a house with other families, and I believe it was like 8 families. So we're sharing bathrooms, we're sharing the refrigerator, we're sharing, space with other people. And that's where we came from. So that's where we came from. And then we moved to South Central. We had a 3-bedroom. So it was a room for the girls, room for the boys. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just like, it was still cluttered, but we were grateful. And now we have a house, where we have enough space for everybody. And we're gradually getting things. It's a 7-bedroom house, and 4 bathroom. And we're gradually getting things together. So, when you look at them, they're grateful because we've been through something, we've built. And I think it's a beautiful thing with families that allow their children to build with them, so they can grow up to remain grateful and understand what it looks like to build. That you don't automatically just get something, but you work for things. So that's just a little background of, where we come from, why their rooms look like that. And I also said in a video, and if you're that pressed about their rooms being underwhelmed, then my Cash App is $ the Storm family. If you want to donate to getting their rooms, looking extravagant, you know what I mean? And nonetheless, in that video, somebody actually did Cash App me $25. And I want to shout her out, Jessica Williams. Thank you, Jessica Williams, for donating towards, Love in JoJo's room. Now, that wasn't the point. That wasn't the purpose. I just said it, like if you're that pressed, then Cash App. And y'all, like I said, go to TikTok and y'all can see what I said on that. And somebody did, and I wrote it down, and it's $25 towards their room. And I will, do something towards their room, and I will do a reveal on the people that have donated, to their room. So I think, hey Lisa, hey beautiful, hey Peaches, to the rooms look like what? Well, when I don't know, you go look and you see. I thought the tour was so. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Natural Girl Puffs. I don't know. I don't know what they want. And that's the thing. If you have, any suggestions, you can put there. What would you like to see in their rooms? I guess. I don't know. Hey from London. Love your dancing videos with your beautiful family. Thank you so much, Pretty Lee. So, so that's what I wanted to address. I feel a lot better that I got that off. I wanted to give a little bit of a background to that. So I wanted to address something else. So I'm dealing with something, y'all, like with the children. So, and you can comment down below if you dealt with this with your children, or is currently dealing with this with your children. But, certain children, they have a tendency, at some point in their life where they steal something, right? Children, I understand that children, they're here and they're here to learn. So as parents, we're supposed to guide them, so, we teach our children it's not good to steal, we tell them why and everything. But we have two children, and I'm not going to say who, because I'm not here to bash my children in any way. But again, I'm here to be transparent and to let you know that this mom of 12 do go through the same things any other parents, go through. So we have, two children of ours that actually stole one of my husband's snacks yesterday, but was very indulged. Like they stole like a big amount, a whole amount, of candies that was his. And hey, Lisa, I'm so happy when I get to catch you and the family. Girl, I'm loving the dance videos. You and the kids are godly amazing. Love you, my beautiful sister. To God be all the glory. I thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Storm, love from South Africa. Shout out to South Africa. When will people stop with the negativity? Look, I guess people will stop with the negativity once we stop. You know what I mean? We have to contribute to what's going on. So if you're the light that needs to shine bright, then continue to do that. I can't get all concerned as to why people do it, but if you really want to know, if you're humble enough, you can see why, and then you can shine light on the negativity. So that's what I'm here to do, and that's why when I do address it, I just address it to shine light on it, not to grow bitter in the negativity, because at this point, as an adult, we're aware that people can be negative. So back to what I was talking about, children. So, my goodness. So they stole, and it's been some time, we've been talking about it. We've been dealing with it. Hey, we've been dealing with it and stuff. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I'm gonna be honest. It's been, some time I've been dealing with the stealing thing, and they have not, been, disciplined the way we grew up being disciplined, and that's getting a beating. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? Maybe a beating, maybe it entails a beating, maybe. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you what my plans was, right? We're being transparent here, right? So my plan was to beat them and then beat them in the morning so they won't, forget, right? Now, how many of y'all in the comment section, how many of y'all grew up like that and know that that's, probably the first thought that's going to come in your mind when you're constantly telling, the children they shouldn't do it, why they shouldn't do it, it's not yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, you're not respecting what I'm saying. And if this continues, honestly, the actions that you take, what you do, what you practice on, it becomes you. You become it. You know what I mean? So you start doing it. So I don't want my kids to get older and I go take them somewhere and they start stealing from everywhere. I can't take you nowhere because now you're stealing. And that's not me. You're supposed to be a reflection of me, right? I know that hits somebody hard, because we're supposed to be a reflection of God. But, that's a whole other topic. But anyway, so nonetheless, I was like, all right. So I'm sitting on my bed and I'm speaking to the children that, I'm the particular children I'm talking about. And I'm like, okay, can y'all just tell me why we shouldn't, right? And honestly, because we raised our children in the word, they gave me biblical reasons. But what I've learned is you can give me a biblical reason and you can say it's wrong, but do you understand why? And to be honest, this was the first time I realized that they didn't understand why. They didn't understand why. So I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So I'm realizing, okay, if I would have beat them, they would have continued to do it because they don't understand why. So I explained to them why that wasn't right, right? So now we have an understanding. Then the other thing is, Okay, you don't understand why, and now what's going on? Do you feel like you're not being heard, right? So they said, no, we're being heard because many of you may not know that we have meetings with our children almost twice a day. We try to make it 3, but we make it to twice, in the morning and then at night. We have meetings with the kids. We ask how their day was. They're supposed to do production reports where they have notebooks and they say how their day went, so everyone could be heard, everyone could be attentive. And if you need time with mommy or daddy or together, we provide that and set up times for that so that everyone could be attentive, to and addressed. So long story short, I realized that the children, both of them, had things on their chest and they were angry. So I realized not only they didn't understand the severity of stealing and the consequences and why there are consequences and why we shouldn't steal, but they had things to let go. They had, they were angry about something. And so they reverted to stealing because that was their way of expressing. So again, a beating would have not had, suffice because they would have continued to do it. And so the purpose of a beating is to, let them know this is the consequence if you do something bad. But if they don't understand why they're doing it, and that's a way to, express themselves, then beating them is not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And again, I grew up old school. Beating. If you suck your teeth, you get in a beating. If you roll your eyes, you get in a beating. Beating all day. You know what I'm saying? So, with me having the 12 children, I want them to be raised right. I want to be able to pour into them, greatness and, just be, intentional in raising each of my children. So, it took a lot of restraint because, again, naturally, that's what I wanted to do. Again, if I can be honest. But instead I said, you know what, God, I prayed. I prayed and I said, God, I need you. These are your children. I need you to tell me what I should say to them, and as I've done that, God was giving me things to say to the children. And, lo and behold, I've learned something. When I mean the countenance that came off of them, when, they felt like they were heard, that they finally were able to address what they were harvesting, and then on top of that, I told them how great they were and who they were. And, it's just very important to be that attentive to the children. So with that being said, I wanted to address that's what I was currently dealing with. And I'm going to speak life to it. I'm going to say currently because I pray that conversation in that scenario was very effective. And I pray that was. So the other thing I wanted to address was, and this is the last thing, okay? The last thing I wanted to address was this experience I had in Verizon yesterday, y'all. So I went to Verizon yesterday because I had to pay my bills because for some reason it wasn't taking my card, right? So I went to Verizon and there was a guy in front of me and he wanted help on his service. So the guy helped him, very calm. The guy helped him with the service and, so the guy helped him with the service and he wanted further help. He wanted further help with his WhatsApp. So I guess the guy didn't know, how to operate or use WhatsApp really, the Verizon, employee. So he was like, I'm sorry, son, sir, I don't have WhatsApp, so I don't know how WhatsApp works. But, if you need any help with your service, your bill, that's where I can assist you. So the guy, he was upset and he was like, what you mean? You're Verizon place. You're supposed to deal with the phones and, you're supposed to help me when I go somewhere else. He said, I understand, but, I don't know. Mind you, he's still showing him. So I'm sitting there patient, you know what I'm saying? So that, he can get what he need and stuff like that. Hey, you guys. So, so I'm like, all right. So, he's helping him. And so he said, you know what? He just took the phone. He was like, okay, I don't know. He's telling him, I don't know, how to do this, but I'm just going to see. So just like any of us that, like when, Facebook was updated, when TikTok even first started, Instagram, when all of these social platform and, this computer technology things started, Most of us didn't know how to operate it. We just go into it and we navigate through it. So that's exactly what the guy did. He went on the WhatsApp and he navigated through it, and he helped them. And so he helped them or whatever. And, you know, I told the guy, you know, because he kept looking back. I'm like, and because I want him to be helped. I wanted to actually help him. I actually was going to be like, well, let me see, you know what I mean? So I can help you because I'm kind of familiar with WhatsApp. You know, so right when I was about to, the guy was doing, I was like, well, he don't know how to do it, sir. You know, sir, he said he don't know. And I was explaining to the guy, like, WhatsApp, you know, WhatsApp is an app. You know, Verizon didn't create WhatsApp, you know. So, you know, he technically don't know how to, you know, and he waved me off like, whatever. And then he told the guy, thank you for your service. Mind you, he helped him because he figured it out. He gave it to him. Now, this is the reason why I told you this story, because this was a learning moment for me, right? So how many of you guys know that gossip isn't right? I'll wait. How many of us know that gossiping is not right? That's not godly, and it isn't right, right? And if you reap what we sow, if you're gossiping, you're going to receive gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to gossip about you because that's what you're sowing in. So how many of us know that gossip isn't right, right? Now, this is what I've learned, and this is the reason why I'm saying, because it was such a profound, and it may be small to you, but it was very big to me. Because like I said in the beginning of this video, you know, life is about learning. Life is about elevating, and we have to, you know, learn to take every situation into a learning moment. That's how we elevate, and that's how we get enlightened, right? So, with that being said, now it's my turn because the guy leaves. This man did not make a facial expression or anything. He didn't go. Now, how many of y'all, tell me, let me know in the comments, how many of y'all would have been like, this guy? Like, how many of y'all? I wanted to, and I felt like I was about to, but I didn't, right? So in my mind, I'm like, I wanted to address it so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm really not gonna lie. I wanted to be like, man, like, say something, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to say something, but I didn't. Then I heard God say, see what he does, right? That's what I heard God say. He said, see what he does. And I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting. When I mean he didn't make a facial expression, he was like, ma'am, how can I assist you? Right? I'm like, yeah, I would like, and I told him I would like to pay my bill. I told him the situation. He kept going again. The whole interaction, he did not mention the guy at all. Like I said, to you, that may seem like it's nothing, but to me, that meant so much. It taught me so much that even that, which may seem so small, even that was gossip. Even that was starting, like a start to gossiping. You was dead about to talk about somebody behind their back. Even that small encounter would have been a gossip. And it was so profound to me. I was liberated. I was enlightened. I was like, yo, first of all, I was surprised that I didn't say anything. Made a sound of relief or address it or talk about it to the guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do any of that. And then upon waiting to see if he was going to, because I dead said, after God said, see what he said, I said, yeah, I'm going to see what he say. Because if he say something, I sure enough going to say what I felt or what I thought. You know what I mean? But he didn't say nothing. He did not say anything. And I was like, wow. And God was showing me that's what gossip looks like. That's how it starts. That's how you allow negativity in your life. You allow it. So even a scenario that has nothing to do with you, if somebody is rude, if you say something about that, you just took that in. Can we just take a minute to just ponder on that? Now, granted, many of y'all probably already knew that. I didn't. And I just wanted to share that because I thought that was so profound. I thought that was beautiful. We need to mind our own business. We want people to mind their business, but we're not minding ours. That ain't had nothing to do with me. That was not my encounter. That had nothing to do with me. So I didn't have liberty to say anything unless somebody asked, which the guy didn't ask, nor did he say anything. And if the guy did, daughter, what would you have said? Would you have amped it? Would you add fire already to something that's already kindled? Like, what would have you done if he would have said that? Would you have made it a positive moment? Would you comfort the guy? Like, what would have been your choice if somebody would have made that, made the comment? So it just made me think, like, wow, how easy, we allow, ourselves to be in situations. And then guess what? I would have did that. I allowed that energy to come in. I, added to it. I contributed to it. And then I'm walking away, and I could have been dealing with other things just simply because of that. So I just wanted to bring that up. Like, just be mindful of, opportunities to learn. Let's be mindful on, gossip and how gossip starts and things like that. And I was enlightened, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So those were the things I just wanted to address for you guys that are actually on live TikTok and Instagram. If y'all just got on and y'all, weren't able to see, what I was talking about, y'all can go on my YouTube channel, which I'm recording this on. And if y'all heard the bell, that's my boys. I have to go open the door. So I'm going to end this live and end this video here. I thank you guys. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Storm Family. Please hit the bell for notifications. So when we upload new videos, you guys can be notified. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We love you. We love all the support. Shalom.